Then we just had that headline breaking on the BBC, reported by Bloomberg, saying the UK government and the DUP deal is expected by lunchtime today. What are you looking out for in that deal?
Well, I think the main element of the deal, quite frankly, will be money. The DUP wants a significant amount of money for extra investment in Northern Ireland. But the big question is, what does that mean for the rest of the UK and for the UK public finances? Because in the context of the UK as a whole, the amount of money going to Northern Ireland won't be that much. But if the normal formula was applied, that would also mean quite a lot more money for Scotland and Wales. That gives the government quite a difficult choice. Either give Scotland a lot more money, which will have a significant impact on the public finances, or tell the Scottish Conservatives, actually, you've got to vote for a deal which gives the Northern Irish more money, but not any more money for Scotland. That's quite a difficult one politically.
Right, so what will the government, and again, first of all, who does Theresa May listen to? Are there backbenchers that she wants to keep happy? And what do you think they will do?
Well, I think that the Treasury has been is very, very worried, not so much about a few £100 million for Northern Ireland, but for the potential this deal has to unpick the consensus for austerity across the Conservative Party as a whole, which is already coming under considerable strain after the election. So a few £100 million is not a big deal. If what this effectively means is actually the Treasury finds it very, very difficult to resist demands for more money for the NHS in England, etc., it's going to be quite tough.
Jonathan, you're the author also of a book called 50 Ideas You Really Need to Know on Capitalism. Do you think the Brexit vote, but also what we saw with Macron, was also a vote on anti-austerity? And how does that change the composition of both the UK, but also the rest of Europe?
Well, certainly a significant part of the Brexit vote was anti-austerity. It wasn't the main thing or the only thing by any means, but certainly in a lot of the rather economically deprived northern areas that voted most heavily for Brexit, part of that was a general feeling, we have been left behind, we do not share in the prosperity of London, we're going to give them a kicking. What happened in France, of course, well, in the first round we had the vote went in 4 different directions, some of which was populist, some of which actually was people saying, actually, we want to try and reboot a confident, optimistic vision of France in Europe, which, of course, was what Macron eventually won with.